honestly the whole issue has been trying to get my hair into the shot, and I don't think that's happening. My name is Bryce Crew and welcome to my channel. Okay, so today I actually thought I would come do a sit down video and talk about becoming an interior decorator, what that entails, what that actually means, and how you can possibly do that. We are in quarantine. This is when I'm filming this video. It makes sense to come back to YouTube now. I have been off of YouTube for about a year now, a year and a bit. I did try uploading a video and starting back up again, starting a new momentum of, you know, taking videos and editing and doing all that stuff for my schoolwork, and that has just taken over my life, that I like to focus on that. And that is what I have done. But I have 4 weeks left of school. And the 4 weeks left in school actually happens to be inside my house because of, like I said, coronavirus. So I have thought, like, you know, why not just sit down and educate someone who is thinking of becoming an interior decorator, interior designer, whatever design stream you want to get into. I'll be able to answer some of those questions, hopefully. And if I don't answer some of the questions that you may have, feel free to leave me a comment below. You can also hit me up on my Instagram, my design Instagram, or my personal page. Ask me your questions and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. Well, let's get into the video. Okay, so first things first, becoming an interior decorator. What is an interior decorator? I think interior designer is what everyone thinks an interior decorator is, or those two words are the same. But if you said that to, if you're an interior decorator and you call yourself an interior designer to an interior designer, they give you a look. Just because there is a huge difference, and there's a lot of liabilities that come with that, just using the word interior designer. It's not that you're not capable of doing the same things. You're able to design, creative minds, you are able to still create and do cool things. If you're an interior decorator, you just have less liabilities. That's just the best way to put it. So as an interior decorator, you're able to do projects, you can do residential, you can still do commercial projects. Just the only difference is certain things that you might, I don't know, knocking walls down, or certain things to do with the actual walls and structural of the actual building, you would require to get signed off on those. I have learned so much that I didn't think I would be learning and I would even know how to do. First thing that stood out to me was being able to hand render. It's an art that is dying because everything is so digitalized in our world right now. And so being able to have the skill of hand rendering, I have found that, like, one, you're able to express, if you already know how to do that, great for you, but I didn't. I walked in there like not knowing anything, and I hadn't drawn since high school. And so when I went in there and actually started learning and actually falling in love with hand rendering, I love the look of hand rendering that it is to a digital render, because in reality I think it's just more, it feels more of like there's a lot more thought and a lot more of like a connection between you, the artist, and between you, the work that you're creating, and also being able to share your ideas with the client. So you're talking to someone, you can draw your ideas and they can be wild right there on the spot. And then also some other things that I've learned in school that I wouldn't have learned, I could have learned, but it would have been a lot more difficult, was AutoCAD and hand drafting. So you spend a semester, well in my school, spend a semester doing hand drafting and then progress that into digital drafting. And then you really just, all throughout your semesters, you keep honing in on that skill and just building on it and becoming as much of an expert as you possibly can be. And you learn different ways of how certain things are built, and you understand, like plumbing, you understand the walls, you understand things you need to know in order to really go into a job and execute it to the best of your knowledge, and actually it's turning out perfect. So you learn all the skills you possibly need, and so each project can be a success, you know, no failures. And that's one thing that, that's another thing that you learn. And also you learn things about the business itself, like the legal side of things, the things that maybe you won't know unless you have gone to school. And so you do some more legal stuff. You do learn things about, just if you're not a person who's very tech savvy, very social media savvy, things about digital communications and how to really, you know, get yourself out there, promote your work, a lot of those little things that if you're not really skilled in that aspect of things, then I would definitely suggest in going into school for it. But would I say the program is absolutely worth it? I would say 100% it is. It is a lot of work. That's something that I wasn't really prepared for. I had thought I would be able to come to school, be able to work a good job, and then be able to still upload on YouTube and still be able to live a life that is like fun and all these fun things in a new city. And I was slapped in the face by reality when that did not happen. My first semester, I think I cried literally every couple days. Not to scare you or anything, but just reality hit. One, I had moved to a whole new city. I do plan on doing a video about my transition from Winnipeg to Toronto. I think that'd be kind of fun to do. But yeah, I just cried. I just remember crying a lot. And so it was just a lot of late nights because it's just, everything's new. I remember having, I haven't used a ruler properly. We learn to use these scale rulers, and my brain couldn't grasp things on the ruler. Something so simple. Now I look at it, I'm like, yeah, how did I ever struggle with this? But for the first semester, when you go through it, I was just struggling with understanding the ruler. And I'm like, if I can't understand this stupid ruler, how am I gonna understand this entire course? And so I literally got a tutor to explain me the ruler. Once I got the ruler, I was like, aha, I get it. And so things went a lot smoother from them. So there's just gonna be a lot of hiccups, a lot of late nights. You do use a lot of materials because it isn't, think of it as an art. There is a lot of markers you're using, a lot of hand stuff you're doing. So be prepared for the financial aspects of things. That is it. That is all you need to know about going to school to become an interior decorator. It literally is just showing up to a space, learning a whole new skill if you've never learned or you don't have any background between it, and then you just have to spend time. You just have to, you can't slack off. It can't be one of those programs where it's not business where you show up, you cram, and then you can ace a test. No, it's a program where you have to go to get your assignments. You take whatever you need to take and whatever the situation is, but you have to spend hours doing work because they can tell when you spent 2 seconds doing something. It's obvious when something's rushed in a program like this rather than a business school where if you're really good at bullshitting, you can bullshit your way through an entire course. You can't do that here. So that's that. So yeah, interior decorating is fun. It's a fun program. It is, I have learned a lot. I would definitely recommend doing it if that's something you're really interested in doing. Just like I said, all the warnings I've just already laid out, just be aware of that. If I did not answer any questions like I mentioned, let me know. I am pretty knowledgeable to an extent, so I'd be happy to answer any of those questions. But definitely stay tuned for any upcoming videos I do post, and I'll see you all in my next video.